Alright, hello guys, welcome to my review of Dexter Resurrection. So we're gonna get through this real quick since it's late here, but I'll talk longer when it comes to episode 2. So yeah, it just does a rehash of New Blood, that garbage show. Basically Dexter was in a coma for like 10 weeks after the events of New Blood, that piece of shit. And then we get to see some old characters, I guess, like the Trinity Killer, Miguel, he's just basically hallucinating right in a dream world, remembering all the people that have died. Then you got Harrison seeing what he's doing in New York with his new life, basically like a valet or whatever you call him. That's what it seems like anyway. Seems like he's doing alright, but then he ends up meeting some kind of asshole, I guess, who tries to whip someone, so he kills them. Yeah. So it seems like it could be like his dad, and I guess they're trying to make us like him after what he did to Dexter in New Blood, and originally he would have killed Dexter, so it would have been even harder to like him. So they possibly could redeem him. Yeah, and that's probably what they want to do. They don't want this character to be hated on, especially if they do something to Dexter in the future. And yeah, we get to see Dokes, surprise motherfucker, which I just saw that coming. Like if they're gonna have Dokes, I'm just like, come on, he has to say it, and then he actually says it, and I'm just like, yay. It's just member berries, I guess. Yeah. And literally Dokes saying something good to Dexter about fixing things so you'll be able to actually be with your son, because he knows there's some kind of good in him. Like, would Dokes ever say that? I don't know. And then, the doctor just tells him that he's been out for a long time and shit. Yeah. And then, like I said, the guy trying to rape her, so Harrison kills him, and for a second it looks like Harrison's not going to help her, but he decides to, because I guess he still has goodness inside of him. Because he probably has like the goodness from Rita and then like the dark passenger from Dexter combined together, I guess. So he didn't want to let her get raped, I guess, so he just destroys that guy. He gets a nice death. Then he has to chop up his body, which he learns from Dexter when they killed the previous killer from New Blood. Yeah. Chops up his dick as well. That's cool. Let him go in the trash. Dexter's just trying to recover through the whole episode until he finally is able to escape, but he still gets a visitor beforehand, and it's good to have Harry back as well in the hallucinations. And there's a new sheriff, and probably the worst thing about this episode is how Angela just completely disappears, or whatever the fuck her name was. Dexter's girlfriend, who I thought was gonna fully arrest him and shit, but they've just basically abandoned that plot because they know it'd be hard to continue the show if Dexter's in a coma, and literally the police would just be waiting for him to wake up and then just arrest him. But nope, I guess the whole time they think he was innocent, it was actually someone else, and the real killer, I guess, got killed and someone else got the blame and shit. And this is the new sheriff after the girlfriend left, and I guess she felt bad that she literally left instead of actually staying to see if Dexter recovered. It's just a bit stupid, but whatever. And I guess Dexter even got the chance to press charges, but he decided not to because, yeah, he's a nice guy, I guess, even though he's actually guilty. Yeah. I mean, because he literally basically killed an innocent person. Yeah. But I guess the storyline's over now. It's all going to be in New York. So it's basically just completely abandoning a storyline that they could have at least used for like 2 episodes. But they just want to get straight to New York, I guess. They don't want to mess around. But to be honest, they could have just did things with Harrison in New York while they finish up some of the New Blood loose ends. I mean, but I guess Angel Batista, he ends up finding out where Dexter is, and he actually has a conversation with him, and you've got this woman finding out, where these bodies came from, since Harrison put them in a bag and put them in a dumpster, and then the dumpster people end up finding the bodies, so then, well, a part of the body, so she ends up finding the rest, and where it's located from, yeah. And you get to see Angel again, which is a nice reunion, but it starts off as nice, like just remembering good times, and Dexter explaining why he left because of Deborah and stuff. And it's slowly getting to a point where, he's asking like personal questions about the Bay Harbor Butcher, because his girlfriend basically called Angel about him being the Bay Harbor Butcher, and he was even shocked that Dexter's even alive. So he was washing there, and just to think they would have ended the show where we never got to see what would happen next, it's just so bad. And I was actually fully fine with it. Both the show writer and Michael C. Hall themselves were fine with the piece of shit ending of New Blood, because we probably wouldn't even got to see Angel again if it wasn't for the fans. The fans basically saved or gave us another chance for a good ending, if that still can even happen, because what if they find a way to mess it up again? But I guess we'll see. But yeah, things just get heated because he's asking about Legretta and stuff. Just things he should have asked like ages ago. Yeah, imagine it taking over a decade to realise that the person who you viewed as like your best friend ended up being like the Behaba butcher, and it's all linking together. Yeah. But since Dexter realises, things could probably go bad here after waking up, yeah, he decides to leave, and of course Angel will follow him. And he's just having PTSD for what he did to his dad and killing that rapist, so yeah. And that woman's there who's just good at like working out things, so she could be onto him, possibly. And yeah, he finds out about where Harrison could be, because she talks about like a murder that was on the news or something. Yeah. So he goes to look for his son, because he knows it's Harrison because of the way Harry kills him. Yeah. So he goes straight to New York. Angel, of course, follows. And then I guess they set up like the Kill Bill woman, the bride, like what her goal's gonna be in this. Seems like she's after some serial killer or something. I don't know, but we'll learn more probably in the next episode. Yeah, because I know this show's gonna have such a huge cast of people, some that I haven't seen for a long time, and then the ones that are just legendary, if you know what I mean. How I Met Your Mother law. But yeah, and I guess he gets to see his son again, saying about he wish he could cry, but he can't because he doesn't have emotions in that kind of way. So Dexter probably does feel emotions, but it's just not like how we feel emotions, where we actually would show it, where he can't really do that. But yeah, I guess we'll see how this goes, if he's going to actually confront Harrison straight away. And it's good that they released 2 episodes, but since I've had a busy day watching Superman and all that, yeah, and probably could be uploading this the day after, but yeah, I'll stop here and review episode 2 another day. But yeah, at least Dexter's back. We got Resurrection. Hope we don't fuck up again. Otherwise, fuck you, showrunners. But we'll see. But yeah, be sure you can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.